Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to my apostle, elders of great meals on the Ruel. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tazim Deborah coming back through the spirit and power, Yahweh, Yahushua. And through the spirit, wanted to do a real brief lesson based off his video with the Christian Andrew Tate going in on the secret symbolism with this exposing of Esau and his pedophilia and things that they're doing behind the scenes that's trying to push this wicked ass agenda far as trying to embrace this child pedophilia shit, man. And nobody's talking about it but so-called truthers and mainly the men of the Lord. We've been getting on these devils for this nasty, wicked crimes they've been doing for years, man. The Pizzagate and all these various things they're trying to sweep under the rug, the Jeffrey Nasty, all these various things, man. And I'm going to play a clip and I'm going to grab some precepts and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying because this devil has been exposed, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people, these Amalek, these heathen, all these nasty, wicked mother, you know who's are being exposed in these last days, man. The Most High is putting the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai out there to expose these devils for all the wicked crimes that they're doing and to keep pushing, man. So I'm going to play this video and I'm going to grab some precepts on Aparatazah, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying.
Shukran, Sadiq. You're not allowed to bring your World Cup here because you're going to try and wear some stupid armbands about promoting pedophilia or something that, isn't fine with us. And speaking of promoting pedophilia, let's talk about Mr. Kanye West's former brand, which he has now disassociated with him. Shout out to Kanye, Balenciaga.
Yeah, so anyone who's not familiar with what has happened, they put up a advertising campaign with children holding bondage teddy bears, and then people started looking deeper into their images and noticing that books in the background were written by pedophiles, and they were finding other names in the background of their images that if you Google that person has taken illicit photos of children, etc. So basically Balenciaga is rife head to toe with these little hidden cookies all linking to
child molestation
and pedophilia.
Let me tell you something. If I have a little girl, I would never let her do any kind of...
And why isn't it an outcry on what the hell's going on with this? But it was an outcry with the Kanye West, anti-Sim, Kyrie anti-Sim, all these various outcries. But why isn't it an outcry when things like this are being exposed, man? Because it's constantly getting swept under the rug, man. All these various things is going out, all the exposure, all the documents and things with the islands and all these various things have been put on forefront, but it's not an outcry, man. Showing that your government leaders, your politicians, all your people in high position are all insiders and all bought and paid by the small hats, and they all take place in this nasty ass agenda, man, because they're all a bunch of Satanism, man. These people are wicked and nasty individuals, man. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with multitudes of thy sorceries, because they use these children, they use these kids for their sorcery and their witchcrafts, their rituals. And it says, stand now with thy enchantments and the multitudes of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou which thou shalt be able to profit, if so thou mayest prevail. They think they're conjuring up these demons and working their left-hand side, that they're going to usher in this new world order and prevail against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, and prevail against the return of Yahweh Shah to take the kingdom. They think all this witchcraft and their sorcery is going to keep them in a position of power, man. And it's not, man. It's been exposed, man. The Most High is putting the spirit of exposure on you Edomites out there, man. And like we said, it start with the men of the Lord, man, because the Most High put the spirit on the elder Abba Bivens and all the elders and apostles to expose you devils. And now you got what? Psalm 64:8. They tongue shall fall upon himself, even though we know through the spirit that them guys are jakes. But this more, we get a lot of the exposure from a lot of you Edomites that's insiders that was part of these clubs, man. That was part of the clubs. But it's not an outrage. It's not on. You know what I'm saying, your Channel 9 News and your Fox News. It's not on your news station, your NBCs. None of these major platforms. It's not on there. But like the elder Yashawama said, over 400,000 kids in the United States get missing yearly, and it's not an outcry and it's not a question. Nobody bats an eye on what's going on, because these kids are being grabbed up. They're being grabbed up for these wicked ass rituals that these devils are doing, man.
modeling because that business is just filled with pedophiles and degenerates. But if I sent her on a photo shoot, thought my little girl's going to shoot from Balenciaga, that's good, and told her mother to go take her down to the photo studio, and she came back holding teddy bears in BDSM sexual bondage gear, I'd lock and load.
I don't think many people understand why this is happening. The chance of it being a coincidence, not just the child. You know, the thing is, I'm going to give Balenciaga the benefit of the doubt. A child, a little girl holding a bondage teddy bear is distasteful and is clearly promoting pedophilia. But you could perhaps argue in a court of law that it was just, they weren't thinking and they didn't realize it perhaps. But multiple campaigns having books written by people who were either making pedophilic content or arrested and charged for murder of a child or pedophilia. That is not a coincidence. You can't argue that away as oops. You can't argue that away as I wasn't
tried
thinking.
very hard.
You can't argue that away. You've tried very hard to put in that many deliberate references.
Because he can't hide himself, man. Esau's at the time where he can't hide himself anymore, man. Esau has been exposed, man. These devils are being found out, man. This is the book of Obadiah. In verse 6, how are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All your hidden agendas, all your things you was doing behind the scene, your symbolism, all these various things are being sought up. They're being found out because the Spirit of the Lord, man. Because the scriptures, the Bible has all your characteristics and all your vile, wicked acts is in the Bible. You're still doing them to this day. This is how you're found out, Esau. And it starts with the chief Amalek down to you regular day Edomites, man, because you're a bunch of fucking degenerates. Now you're being found out and you're getting exposed for all the wickedness that you're doing behind the earth, man. Nobody's talking about the Pizzagate, none of this shit. But nobody, that was just bad to eye. But now it's more things that's being called out and it's still getting swept under the rug, man. Showing that the wicked are in a position of power, man. And it's showing that, hey, the Most High is not dealing with this society. Real quick, this is the book of Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for Yahweh have a controversy with the habits of the land, because there is no truth or mercy or the knowledge of the Lord in the land. And Most High got a controversy with this place, man. This is why the Lord is going to destroy this place, because the multitudes of our sorceries, the wickedness, all the nasty shit that's pushing the society. Because it's pushed because they worship Satan, man. These people worship Satan. Even going to the up and coming holiday, Christmas, knowing it goes back to Nimrod. That shit goes back to the worship of Satan, man. And it says, by swearing, lying, killing, and stealing, and committing adultery, they break out in blood, touch of blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwell therein shall languish, and the beasts of the field, and the fowls of the heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea, and also shall be taken away. And the Most High is about to do away with this society, man, because all the wickedness that's pushed in the society, man, all the degenerate spirit that's pushed into society, the perverse spirit, all this shit that Esau pushes and trying to make it normal is pushed here in Babylon the Great, man, America. And they try to normalize it, man. They try to normalize it, and they get mad about people exposing it. This is why they try to blackball these guys, because they're not with the wicked agendas and the beta male spirit that Esau pushes in society, man. The Satanism shit. Yeah, these guys they got the 100% truth, but some key points that they bring out that you can tell that they've been watching the videos. But who's the main ones that is speaking on this? The men of the Lord, man. The men of the Lord has been calling Esau out for this wicked shit for years, man. For years. And he's getting exposed, man. He's getting exposed more and more that he is the wicked. You so-called white people are off. You are the wicked. You are Esau Edom, man. You're a bunch of walking degenerates, man.
References to a particular mindset, which obviously the world finds repulsive. Therefore, by extension, you have to understand that if it was done on purpose, which as we've just deciphered it must have been, why are they doing this? And I don't think many people understand why a brand like Balenciaga would so openly show the world that they are trying to promote pedophilia.
Tell them.
I'll tell them why. So some could argue that they're trying to advertise it and encourage it. Normalize. And that is the case. That is what they're trying to do. But it actually goes a level deeper than that. Satanists, people who worship Satan, believe in karmic retribution. They believe that they can suffer the consequence of lying and tricking you. So the very simple premise is this. If I sell poison apples and I write apples and you come and eat one, I poisoned you. But if I sell poison apples and I have a sign that says apples, they're poison, and you come and eat one, you committed suicide. I haven't murdered you. You've committed suicide.
That's what Satanists believe.
Satanists believe by telling you what they're doing, they don't have any karmic retribution. I'm not responsible for the concept. I'm not responsible for all the negative fallout.
And that's a form of witchcraft, man. That's a form of witchcraft that these devils, they push. That's a form of witchcraft. Real quick, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 3. Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Because the multitudes of our whoredoms, the world favored harlots, the mistress of witchcraft, man. Mistress of witchcraft. He's a master of witchcraft, man. These devils, man. That's why you jakes, you trying to get your kids in this model and shit. You trying to be an entertainer. You're leading them down to a path of destruction, man. That's what's going. You're gonna lead them down to a path of destruction and confusion, especially here in America. Because the wine of America has been pushed through the four corners of the earth, man. Revelation 18th chapter. All the nations have drunk of the fornications and they slept with this beast, this whore, and they took it on the ways of America. So you jakes better get your kids out of this so-called entertainment lifestyle and trying to get them to get that money for you and chase that bag, man. Because this shit is wicked, man. Let's get it again. Nahum 3 and 4. Because the multitudes of the whoredoms, the world favorite harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, the sell of nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Because this is witchcraft that they're pushing on the kids. Because this is the agenda. This is the agenda that they're pushing for this new world order, man. This is the new world order agenda, man. And they've been pushing it for years. And this devil's getting exposed. He's getting exposed in the last days, man. He's getting called out for his bullshit, man. And he can't take it. This is why they're coming up with hate speech and anti-this and all these various things and avenues, because they want to get the men of the Lord out the highways and hedges and get guys like this off the internet. Just like us. They want to get us off the internet. That's why I did a lesson the other day, the red list, black list, and the yellow list, and the blue list. These various lists on FEMA are people they're going to be rounding up and putting to death, and some they're going to be putting in re-education centers. What you think they're going to do for the men of the Lord, man? That's the time of the persecution. What you going to think they're going to do with guys like that? They're going to put them to death. Why? Because they're not beneficial for their agenda. But at the end of the day, the Most High is exposing you, Edomites, man. It says, behold, I'm against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face and show thy nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. So all the nations are starting to see what America's, what it's for. Pedophilia, wickedness, the nasty people. You know what I'm saying? All these wicked ass agendas America pushes, and they push it around the world, man. That's showing that America is Babylon the Great. That shows you America is Babylon the Great, because America has the influence on the whole world, man. And they use it through their military might, their money, and this so-called religion with Christianity, which is ruled by the Catholic Church and all these various religions that stem through Satanism, man. Because all of it go back to fucking Satanism, because it ain't the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai, man. But at the end of the day, the Most High is exposing you goddamn Edomites, man. You've been exposed. You can't hide yourself anymore. You can't hide yourself as just God-fearing man. No, you Edomites are the wicked, man. Because only an Edomite will be doing some shit like that. We know you Jakes is involved with a lot of this wickedness and agendas, but Esau is the one behind the curtains. Just like the Yellow Brick Road, Esau is a man behind the scene, goddamn pushing this shit. And it's the small hats, man. It's the ones you can't speak on, man. The ones you can't talk about. The small hat, the cheap suits, man. They're the ones that's pushing this agenda, man. And they're being exposed, man. Verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and set thee as a gazing stock, man. Why you think Putin said that America is ruled by Satanism, man? And it's true. America is ruled by Satanism. The agendas and the things that push here in America is wicked, man. The curriculums and all these various things, teaching kids and teaching damn kindergartners and first graders and second graders about anal. What the hell they need to know about that for? This is the push here in America, man. The critical race theory, want to lie about the history. All this is pushed in America, showing that America is Babylon the Great, man. Which is ruled by who? Esau, Edom, man. Real quick. And this is speaking on, the not passing your children through the fire. Real quick. Bear with me. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech, because you got to understand these so-called go and take them to the women getting this agenda with slaughtering their kids, not having these kids. These are agendas. This is eugenics. Margaret Singer, all these various things, man. And they're taking the organs and the fetuses and putting it in your drinks and shit like that. All these various things are ruled by fucking weirdos and pedophilias, man, and freaks, man. And that's them doing rituals, man. These are a number of rituals to their gods, Molech, Baal. All these various gods that was in the old world are still here, but they repackaged it, man. Just like you about to worship Christmas, you about to worship Nimrod and Tammuz. These fucking Hamite guys, man, which are but fucking Satan, man. This is Leviticus 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of Yahweh. The name of thy power. I am Yahweh. And that's what these niggas do, man. They want to make money off their kids. Because when you look into the history of Chris Brown and Bow Wow, their parents influenced them to be rappers and entertainers. They letting them pass through the fire of Molech, man, because they want to make that bag off of them, man. Now they're fucking bugged the fuck out. And that's what Jake does, man. That's what Jake does. They want to live their lives through their kids and shit. That's why I see a bunch of these kids being little models and shit. It's the parents that's influencing them, man. You go on these Nickelodeon kids, it was the parents that was influencing them to do that shit, man. Passing them through the fire, man. Because this place is wicked, man. Let's finish the video out.
From my actions, if they understood what I was doing and allowed me to do it. This is why they show you and tell you what they're doing. If I show you and tell you that we are pedophiles and you continue to buy our products, then you're supporting pedophilia. And you're obviously okay with us being pedophiles. If I do it hidden behind your back, then you can argue and say, I didn't know they were pedophiles. But by showing you, I've shown you I'm a pedophile. You still want to wear my t-shirt. So obviously what I'm doing is okay. And this karmic retribution model and the way that Satanists view the world, and when I say Satanists, I genuinely mean people who worship real Satan. The people who are in charge of these brands.
And that's America. I gotta get it. This is Revelation 18, because America influences all the world to take on the actions and the customs of the beast. They have been drinking and fornicating with this fucking whore, man. And this is Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. The kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. Man, all the nations